attempt a Turkish accent, then we'll lose all of the viewers we have.
Yeah, all four of them.
And that's
Especially
us.
the Turkish. Especially
we
all
are
Turkish.
the only people who watch these videos, and we'll stop watching them.
I don't even watch them.
Trevor, is it literally you just watching the videos 40 times a week? Yeah.
I like listening back to them.
Does it just make you feel like you have some sort of human contact the other days?
Literally just come back from my girlfriend. I don't think I've made my girlfriend up, have I? Is she real? Am I real? Ah!
No, you're real, that's fine. Your girlfriend, 50-50.
Gray, you're giving Forever an existential crisis. Wait, this is called Cthulhu. That's
Yeah,
normal.
that's my job, yeah.
It's a crisis, you get Cthulhu Mythos points.
Oh, I'm in a good mood today anyway, because I've won a board game I bought for the first time. Normally, I buy the board games, and then I lose at them for ages. Today, I bought a board game, and I won it.
Ooh,
What game?
Eclipse.
Snakes and ladders.
Oh.
Candyland.
Yeah, anyway, this is a bit of a start. Yeah. Right, so, Broken Form. Whoever had a detour, I started for once. So, we have Intern. Well, I suppose Intern is better than you guys, isn't it?
Yeah. He's probably in my employ.
I'm just replacing other person who I hear did not have good time.
He had a good time, all right. He just had too much of a good time.
Understood.
That's literally what you're going to be telling him, isn't it? Yeah, he's fine. Dead.
He had too much.
Couldn't we
Too
say?
much of anything is bad.
Maggots.
He decided to retire to
He
Arkham
retired
Asylum.
with the wealth he earned with this company.
yes, to North Carolina.
A place where no one has ever seen or heard from again.
We will miss Snake.
Snake
Some
will
of
not
us will
miss you.
certainly miss Snake.
Maybe.
It is actually a possibility.
Statistically speaking, some of us should miss Snake.
Steak. Who's Steak? You don't even remember his name now. So, are you literally sticking with Intern, or do I need to get my random name generator out?
Get the random
name. Random name.
Random name.
Okay, do
Name
you
him
want
pal.
all categories, or what country do you want him from?
All categories.
All categories.
Yes.
Let's
First,
come up with a name Gray can't pronounce.
masculine. Random surname. First name only. Oh, good lord.
What do we
Is
got?
it Korean? Eldred Gerstel. I'm probably the only one who can pronounce that.
Arid Gerstel.
Do it properly.
Elred.
Elred guess.
Elred.
There you go.
That's what?
The
Norwegian?
only reason, yeah, Norwegian or Finnish, one of those two. It's Scandinavian.
Anglo-Saxon for Elvid, and Gersel is German. BehindTheName.com. Not only does it give you a random name, it also tells you exactly where that name came from.
And it'll give you a pronunciation guide if you click on it.
Yep.
Will it help, Gray?
Nope. Not in this
No.
case, because this is a 12th century Anglo-Saxon word, which is a contractive form of Elrid. Edward.
Just call him Elrond.
Yeah.
He's an elf.
Just red.
I had English professor for father. What can I do?
Actually, that would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, because it'll be Old English. Or Middle.
That would be Old English.
Yeah, but I think they still use the conjoined
No,
A
they didn't.
middle, didn't they? I don't know.
No, they stopped that pretty early.
Because it's stupid. Oh, what do you mean? Run these two letters? Oh, no.
I mean, to be fair, the Germans barely still use umlauts.
Only when they want it to look quaint.
Yeah.
It's like putting ye old with an E on the end and without realizing that literally is pronounced the old.
Yeah. But,
Yes.
the old candy shop.
Yeah.
The old candy shop. Anyway, so we have a name. A old girl.
Yep.
So, the next question. Which way are you going with this? You have a book, which may contain the secrets of immortality. But you can't
We
read
need
it.
to hire another Greek student.
Or you have to learn Greek yourself. I'm willing to advance the plot by a year.
I will dangle you this offer if you cease to be terrible human beings.
No, that's my second question. What are you going to do with it? Is this going to be a evil we want to become immortal sorcerers campaign, or is this we're actually going to continue to hunt down these other immortals and try and kill them?
Why can't
I don't
it
want
be
to
both?
I don't want to have anything to do with that thing. If one of you guys wants to study it, I'll be happy to lock you in a room somewhere and have a shotgun ready.
I did see this book
And
turn someone
a
into
little bitty
dust.
window to point the shotgun through.
I
don't
only
know.
lost 3 sanity watching that happen. I'm okay with it.
Well,
I don't know what you guys talk about with book.
yeah,
Have you filled the intern in?
Elred, do you speak Greek by any chance?
No.
That's why I was willing to advance by a year to allow you to try and read Greek.
I know.
Learn Greek.
I know. I was just going to be terrible.
yeah. Well, look at it this way: that guy had the book, and he was a total jerk about it, and he got everyone mad at him. See, but if we have the book and we play it cool, we can get all the power, but we won't upset people, so we won't get locked in no bridges for 100 years.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you're
going
going
with
to
this
be
idea.
50-50 on the whole going to turn evil and become immortal.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there's evil and then there's being a jerk. So let's not be jerks. We could be a little evil.
Immortality is part of perspective. If you live for a very long time, perspective shifts, and people who don't live very long seem less useful.
We get him to read the wax paragraph.
Out loud.
Yeah.
New character. Is that going to be your go-to if you want to replace your character? Just read this.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
How do you know if we don't like someone in general?
Yeah, well, what we need to do is hire a plane to write it in the sky. Then we need to hire a second plane to write a pronunciation guide.
And then a third one say, read it out loud.
Just to check it works. You horrible people. But this is Call of Cthulhu, so I really can't deal with this.
How can you not be completely an horrible person when you're in Call of Cthulhu? It's kind of like a part of the whole thing.
I mean, just because we're supposed to be good guys doesn't mean we're ever going to be good guys.
Well, good is a very relative term.
Well, you can still be evil, and you don't want the Eldritch stuff to wreck all the stuff you own. 'Cause
That's true. It would mess up my racketeering deal.
Only the truly insane want to wake up at the Thoth.
yeah.
Best way I can put it.
So basically, you have to take over the world before those other jerks mess everything up.
I think we can do that.
So who's interested in studying this thing?
I am.
I
couldn't
am.
even go to college. I'm not studying some fucking
About to
making
say,
break.
'cause you're going to have to dig out the whole learning rules, which I had, and my bookmark has fallen out. Damn it!
I mean, I'm happy to learn something that'll support this, but I don't want to read that thing.
Don't worry, I'll read it.
You don't have to. I'll read it with you.
Training,
Wait,
training,
wait,
training,
this
training.
We have literally
We can take
just-
turns.
So I'm not going to even bother. You'll be able to find someone who can teach you ancient Greek. You've got the money to pay someone to teach you ancient Greek. So you can try and learn 1d10. Depends how long you want to spend in between, kind of hunting down, between killing
Well,
Bishop and hunting down the next guy.
Well, I think we should definitely wait a while for, things to blow over and for the guy to stop being suspicious.
Yeah.
So we could.
The guys who are studying gaining
Oh, hey,
points
we need to.
of the
That's right.
language.
We need to find Russell.
Yeah, it'll be trying to learn other language Greek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I currently have a 0 in that, or a 1. So.
Yeah.
You need your int times 5 or better points in a second language to pass for a native speaker.
Yeah, that's not really care. You try to read it, it's fine.
Yeah, we're just. So
Yeah.
we need to roll it.
So, you can
Underling.
gain 1d10 points for every 6 months you spend studying.
Whew.
All right. So you want to do it for a year?
Sure.
Yeah, the other person's immortal. So
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
Yes.
So everyone advance your character's age by a year.
Yep.
And if this takes you to 50 or over, then you're in trouble.
Ooh.
This is not a bad job. Just chill around. Nice.
Yeah. Just get the intern just bringing you cups of
So-
coffee while you study Greek.
What are the rest of us doing for a year, though? Are we working?
that's what I was going to say. If you want to try training up something else,
I want to
Taking-
work on my autobiographical novella.
yeah,
I don't actually.
tough you've said it.
I say a lot of things, Gray. If you take everything I say to heart, then...
What do
Oh,
you think's
dear.
going to happen? Remember, I've
I
shot you
think I'm a much worse
10
person than I
times so
actually
far
am.
in Only War, and every one of them's done near minimum damage.
Could I train up my library use then? Assume
Yep.
that I'm just fetching books for them.
Yep, that's perfectly acceptable.
Right, so 2d10. 5 and 2. Another 7 points in library use.
I get the highest amount so far.
Yeah, but that still gives you what, 8 points in Greek?
It makes it a total of 9 because you start with 1.
Oh yeah, true. Have you added that to your skill book?
I did.
Am I just being stupid?
I just put it in other languages.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't make
The
a new
doctor
one for it.
hasn't. Well, you can just add Greek.
Oh, I didn't see I could write that next to it.
Yeah, I've done it for you. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't see it.
I'm smart.
All right. Okay, so you spent a year
Well,
learning
start
Greek.
studying.
Yep.
6.
Unfortunately, to successfully read this book, needs a classical Greek passing. Blah. Let's try that again. Sorry, my stammer's playing me up a little bit today. I end up running sentences on. I have to reboot myself occasionally. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's cool, dude.
I just end up blathering. It's just because my brain's just not kicking in at the right time.
Classical
Roll
Greek,
blather.
but what dialect is the thing? I mean, we're not talking about universal classical, right?
It's just a successful classical Greek roll.
We
So
can theoretically.
Yep, you carry on.
Nope.
Oh, almost.
So close.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, yeah, so close.
So you should, but if he successfully uses Greek at some point during this adventure, he gets a roll, right? But he has to succeed.
Yep.
All right, so we just need to have lots of opportunities this adventure for you to read Greek.
Yes.
Let's go to eat at a Greek restaurant. Let's go to the Greek baths.
We're
Visit
gonna
the
go to
museum.
Greece.
Visit
We're gonna all-
museums.
I'll charter us out a plane and we'll go visit Greece.
wrong one.
Ah, crash.
Nope, I
You know,
can't
if this is a
read.
Greek book, we might wind up in Greece at some point.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Well,
you want to go visit?
Well, it's a Greek copy of a book, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't originally Greek, it was a copy of something.
Well, Well, clearly what we need to do, we need to hunt down one of these other guys, and maybe they have like some translation guides or something we can use.
That's not a bad idea.
Well, so you two have been reading the book, haven't you?
We've been trying, yeah.
Yes. Okay, first up, although you can't comprehend it, you can now read it enough to lose 1d4 sanity each.
Yay!
That's not the worst part.
Progress.
Progress is damning on the minds of sane men.
You haven't heard the next bit. Reading the Testament of Carnamagos, whether or not successful, causes the character to age 10 years and permanently lose 1 con. The room in which the book is read also ages 10 years. Furniture and other articles reflect this change, accumulating dust and spiderwebs, cloth and photos fading, flowers shriveling, etc. So, congratulations, you both aged 10 years.
Yay!
Tell me it takes one of you over 50.
Yep.
Hurrah! You lose another point of strength, con, or power, I think.
Let's see. What's least important to me?
Strength, con, dex, or app. Sorry.
App, probably.
App.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd go with the whole withering thing.
Yeah.
Boss men look old.
And you said you lose a con also.
Point of con.
Boss men look
Okay.
old. Maybe lots of cocaine.
Yeah.
So you kind of notice this effect here. This book is not a nice
This will
thing to
reduce your hit points as well, but it should auto-calculate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you both finish reading it and you both realise something. You know, you look at each other and you realise you probably want to learn Greek a bit better before you start reading this.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you will be immortal when you've got the right spell. Until you get the right spell, every time you fail, you're going to get 10 years older.
Yeah.
Well, the plus side, this is the 20s, so it's not as if like natural life expectancy is knocking around, say, the 60s.
It's not like I'm only 53.
Well, I think you should have your original age in one and then brackets your actual age, your physical age.
Okay.
Because you're suddenly haven't aged 50. You physically aged 10 years. Your birth certificate hasn't changed.
In fairness, your age only really counts for your education and your stats dropping. And I'm guessing he hasn't gained a point of education.
No, it doesn't work like that gameplay because most characters don't age 10 seconds. In an afternoon.
Just the best characters.
Also, I hope you own that house, otherwise your landlady's going to be rather annoyed. Next time she does that, it's like, I'm sure I painted this room just before you moved in. It looks like no one's touched it in a decade.
Like, clearly your painting technique needs work, and I will only pay half of the rent.
See,
Yep.
Ainsley owns a lot of antiques, so he looks around, he doesn't really notice the difference.
If anything, his antiques have just got more valuable.
Yeah,
Did it look like this when we got here?
So basically, we need to get some real old stuff and have someone fail at reading this book, so that old stuff will get older.
Yeah.
Well,
But does this work on wine? No.
Oh,
here's
if
a
it
question.
works on wine, that'd be quite good.
Mm-hmm.
This wine, it's about 20 years off a good vintage. Bring me my book.
Unfortunately, you'd get older, 20 years older every time you did that.
This
Well-
is why we have disposable people reading for us.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, we go to some teenagers. Hey, you wanna grow up immediately? Just read this.
Hey, is puberty getting you down? Can you read ancient Greek? Come to the mansion and read a book for some strange old men.
Who you were pretty sure last week were strange young men.
Yeah.
Or at least middle-aged.
To be fair, Doctor was never a young man.
mentally or physically.
He started the game as 42.
I love Call of Cthulhu.
Yep.
Okay, so what is your next plan? It's now June 1923. Yeah.
How much longer? How much longer until the Great Depression?
The next Great
Like-
Depression.
That's 6 years.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Depression started in 1929.
Yeah.
It's like, never. What are you talking about? Times are going to be good forever.
I
I
got a
went
good
to
feeling
public
about these
school in
bankers.
Texas, and I know that.
Got a good feeling about these bankers. They look like an honest sort.
There's a reason I don't keep my money in the bank.
But you know what's going to happen.
You keep
No.
calling banks.
No,
Oh.
I work. All of my money is illegally got. Why would I ever put it in a bank?
Just to make sure you are talking about in-game, right?
Yes.
Right, that's fine.
I'd love if one of the 3 people who listens to this is in fact an FBI agent.
That would be great.
And so, well, my suggestion is we hunt down this Russell guy,
Yes.
because he probably
We can
knows
punch-
some.
Or his descendants,
Yes.
or
Or
where
both.
he died.
Well,
So do we have
this is
somebody that's excellent at library use yet?
Yeah, new guy.
New guy.
Fred's good at library use.
Aelred. Go find
Hey,
out about a
Fred.
man named Russell. Aelred?
Back to the
We-
Historical Society.
We need
Well,
information on
we know
everybody
that we
named
have
Russell.
SO in Salem and JC in Providence. But we're not entirely sure where Russell actually is.
Hmm.
That's only a
Windows.
150-year-old node, so yeah.
Well, it
Oh, yeah.
wait, 150-year-old note? I thought it was a recent note.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel your absence of many days proves death at the hands of Phillips and his connivers. Phillips was the guy originally entombed Bishop in the bridge. Which
So
was...
he sent letters to 2 dudes saying where he was going. So we probably have to go track down those 2 dudes and find that letter. Because it's going to be like, hey, I'm at Bob's Burgers on 4th and Main, 4 p.m. And then we go there.
176 years old, actually.
Oh, Bob's Bison Burgers.
177 years old now.
Oh, yeah, 177, sorry.
Alright, so Salem or Providence? Which one's closer? Salem's in Massachusetts and Providence is in Rhode Island.
Well, we're in Massachusetts now.
Okay.
I would say
Road
Salem. How big a town is Salem? How many people?
According to Salem's lot, about 20 and some faceless others.
So there would be a
Oh.
limited number of people whose name ends in 0. In O, I mean. With those
Yeah,
initials.
there'd be a very limited number of people whose surname begins with a 0.
Let's see.
Well, there's Discard. His last name begins with a 0.
Oh, apparently between 1900 and 1920, the population tripled. Well,
So there's
that
60
sucks.
people.
Yeah. That's it. That kind of sucks for you.
That still leaves it pretty narrow.
Yeah, but we could also look at genealogical records and see how many
Yeah.
people were alive back in 170 years ago.
When did this stop being fun?
When you
Wait,
killed the last baddie.
Last time there were maggots and gunfights and it was fun, and now we're back to searching genealogical records.
You have aged
10 years.
2 people. I have aged 2 people by 10 years.
He has.
That's your
Aged-
horror.
If
Aged
anything,
3 others by a year, but really by
this
11
entire
years.
campaign should just be Call of Cthulhu, subtitle, Learning is Hazardous.
Okay. According to Wikipedia, there are 40,000 people in Salem in the 1920s.
It's almost bigger than the town I grew up in.
So maybe 100 or so people that we'd have to look through for O's. and then first name S. So we might be able to find something.
So we're gonna go door to door.
No, we're going to
I
go
would
to the
suggest-
library and look at old headlines and see
Yeah.
if an SO died in a suspicious house fire or was accused of witchcraft by the locals or whatever.
And we'll look at phone books to get, or whatever records to get common last names, and look through whatever records they have for those names.
There aren't many common last names beginning with O anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, we look for a Greek last name. There are a lot of Greek last names that start with O.
So in 1860, Salem apparently had a population of 1,139.
So, question: can I use library use?
Well,
You know,
We
know.
need to get there first.
yep. So we're heading to Salem.
Tell me there are
All right, let's
vampires
pack
in
up.
Salem.
Everybody in the cars.
Road trip.
Gotta go fast.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
My car's the booze cruiser.
I like to think you've just got that painted on the side.
In the Prohibition era.
Yeah.
Prohibition is in full swing.
Shit's given less than or equal to 0.
That shit's given divided by 0.
Oh god, that's right. I forgot. Orangey Harding. It's his last year as president.
I will sit here in blissful Anglo-Saxon ignorance.
The Queen, we can't get rid of her, can we?
He was president for 2 years.
Wrong
You actually
Salem.
lost a midterm?
Oh, it's Salem, Oregon. Duh.
Yeah, that's like a couple miles from where I am.
Wow.
Yeah, we hit a dimensional warp.
We went to the
Guys.
wrong Salem.
You guys are just kicking for gas money. I know we went to the wrong place, but
So, Providence. Unless that's something like Providence.
That's
Utah.
what I was looking for. Right.
Oh wait, no. When? What? What did?
Salem, Spain.
Salem, Old England.
Don't know how we drove there, but
Right, this is 1883. That'll do for now.
So, we're in beautiful Rhode Island. Oh wait, it could have been either Salem.
I've typed Salem in, I keep getting Boston. Is there like only one place in the whole of Massachusetts?
Oh hey.
Pretty much.
I'm sure Bostonites would like to think so.
yeah. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
Salem and Boston together? Just saying.
What, in the same
Should
room?
be the same city.
Huh. Looks
I like
a-
the Salem Red
It's a
Sox. That
call
sounds
out.
good. The Salem Sox. It's better than the Boston Red Sox. Salem Celtics.
That's a lot of water in one place.
Welcome to Massachusetts.
Eh.
Land of
Yeah.
Kings.
It's a swamp.
They don't say
The
that in the
entire
draft.
state.
The entire state is a swamp.
That's a lot of running water that the vampires can't cross.
Yes, it is.
Salem's lot is completely inaccurate.
Why are there 5 streams going around your house?
Well, I mean,
So we need to find the guy who's buried in a vault and in the bay.
So,
If that's going to be the running theme of how we're going to find these immortals.
yeah. We're gonna look for a bridge.
let's
You
look
find
for
lots of
libraries
bridges.
and look for 167-year-old newspaper or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yep. To the Historical Society.
Onward.
The
The
historical,
rallying cry of the party.
unfortunately, the Salem Historical Society is not as good as the Arkham one because they had to edit their file.
Yeah. So I just want to point out that we are 2 months away from Calvin Coolidge being the president.
I want to point out that I'm sure that has some historical significance, but I am completely ignorant of it.
He wasn't the best president.
No.
There have been good presidents.
There was Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
Teddy
that
Roosevelt.
He was good for half the country.
There was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Who was good for people who admire badasses.
And there was Teddy Roosevelt.
Who was really bad for the animals.
But also really, really good for people who admired badasses.
And
Oh,
for people who hated the idea of America's being one contiguous continent undivided by water.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
he built the Panama Canal.
Yeah.